See the old mech back there. We had to come pull the mech off of, we finished up yesterday afternoon on the job we were working on. Well, I say finished with the mech. I got all the trees on the ground. It was 4 big dead crispy pines and 1 that was on its way out from beetle kill. And so I got them all on the ground. Well, they got 3 of them cleaned up for the most part, and then there's 1 last one that was technical. I took it down with the mech, and then I got a phone call yesterday from a guy that's in Corinth. He actually called asking about buying my lift because I have my 83 HD for sale. And when we were talking, he's like, hey, how much do you rent your crane for, like if I needed you? And I said, dude, man, just let's try it. And so then we have something planned for next week. But then he called and said, I got a big tree on the house. He said, you know, gave me a number, said, are you good with that? Will you come, you know, help me? And I said, I'm on the way. So we're leaving. It's a little late for us, but it's 8:30. I got up at 6 trying to get everything ready. But 8:30 heading there. I told him I'd be there at 9:30. We're about an hour away. So let's go check that out. Get a little camera of what's going on here.
The power company said that they left it in that tree because they think that it's propping it up a little bit.
That's fine. I say we just come in here and start. Definitely, like, don't mess with that one, but just start taking these off. They're going to take the weight off. Take this one off. Because like I can get in here and set and grab, you know, kind of grab right there, take that one. You know, we'll do it light for a little bit until we get some of that stuff that may be holding it up, and then get in here and really just start taking the weight out here.
Yes, sir.
And the ones that are down in the house, leave them for now.
Okay. Until
we get all this top stuff, just really kind of get that weight off is always my plan.
Okie doke, bro.
Yeah, most of it I can just sit here with the remote and start taking her down. She's a big one.
And while you're in town, we can go look at them.
Yeah, we need to go look at them so we can get a game plan together for that. Time to set the mech up. Yeah, please. Setting up, tight spot, just enough room. Level this girl up a little bit. Should be good enough. Just set up where the tree, if something went wrong, the tree ain't gonna get on my crane. Right there. And in the back, without moving the rest of the stump, we're gonna set up right here. Shouldn't be going backwards. I gotta get my pad underneath there just for good measure. How you doing, man? You all right?
Hey,
I'll come.
listen. So, yeah.
Your bag gonna feel like mine, you keep doing that.
Take care, Ryan.
Yeah, throw it on there. Kick it underneath there a little more. There you go. All right.
That thing's beautiful, man.
She is. She's had a few dents and scratches, but she's doing pretty good.
Sir?
She's got a few dents and scratches, but she's doing pretty good.
Already?
You can still see the paint on it. We pulled in Nashville behind one of those arenas right there off Broadway or whatever, and it hit the front rim, scratched all that. You can see right here where it broke, tore this back, and then hit right here. All this was banged up. I had to beat all them back out, hit this. You know how you get in a parking lot and they put the little orange or the little yellow concrete pole so you don't get on the flower beds?
Yeah.
Well, instead of waiting on it, he let the arm go up and then tried to jump into the flower bed with my $600,000 truck that I just paid for.
controlled.
What?
I said that was a little better controlled.
Yeah. Well, I was able to, well, as you're cutting, I got to start taking that weight out of there. They said whenever you go to grab something, when you start cutting, go ahead and lean where that saw head needs to go to open that gap, you know, and start picking up that weight.
Same time.
Because if you cut it and then all that weight hits
like
it at one time, it just drops. So you're supposed to put that, put that tension on it.
That makes sense. It's just hard to do one person.
Yeah, it is. so I got Jacob Meeks with me. Got Meeks Tree Service in Corinth, and you've been doing trees how long?
It's going into my third year.
Third year.
Yep.
I've only been doing it for about 5 years. Only 2 years full time. Jacob reached out to me maybe a couple months back and asked about my lift, and I don't know if I offered my crane to him or he asked about it, but I told him one way or another. I was like, hey man, if you need a crane, you know, let me come work with you. And so we just looked at something that we're planning to get done. But he called yesterday and said, hey, can you come tomorrow and do a tree, a big tree that fell on a guy's a rent house? So we've done that. What do you think about that today? Did it go the way you wanted to, or what do you think?
It did. It was very efficient, and I mean that tree crane can just do stuff that we can't do.
Yeah.
And I mean we had the stuff to haul it off. We had that equipment on site ready to go, but that crane, it just makes a world of difference.
It makes it faster, man. What do you think it would have took you? Realistically, the way y'all normally do it, without me coming, what would it took you to do that?
Oh, that's probably at least 2.5 day job.
Yeah, we done it on an easy, short day. Yeah, 6 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. And nobody had to get in, some crucial pinch points that somebody would have, without the crane. So definitely.
You got to cut it, and like I used to do it that way. You just got to kind of cut it into little bitty pieces that you can roll off, and stuff like that. And then you're just
cookies is what we call them.
Yeah, just little cookies. Yeah, you got to cut it in little cookies and roll it off. And then the problem is being on roof with it, shingles. That chain touches the shingle, it's over. So if it touches that metal, it's the same way. Dulls it. And then you got all that up and down of sharpening chains and stuff, and it's the time that it takes to sharpen all your saws. And I keep a lot of saws. I don't know how many you got, but I keep, I don't know, 5 or 6. And even if you got 6 that are sharp, when you're doing it the other way, you can go through all 6 of them.
Instantly. Yes, sir. And what a lot of people don't understand is them 6-7 inch cookies of a tree that big still weigh 150, 200 pounds.
Yeah,
easy.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's still a lot to deal with.
A 40-inch oak, typically oak tree, at 1 foot is 800 pounds.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's, and then give or take a little bit different species, but a wet one at 40 inch is 800 pounds. So you got to cut that sucker to move it by hand. You got to cut that sucker down to inches, 2 or 3 inch slabs just to be able to really manhandle it.
And even then, you're just rolling it. You're not putting it on your shoulder.
You ain't picking it up. I don't know, boy right here. What's his name with the black shirt on?
It's James Shelton right there.
Man, that sucker, he grabbed that wedge out of that one, just threw it on his shoulder. I'm like, you can hurt your back. Yeah. Your back gonna feel like mine if you ain't careful.
He's a wild guy, but he's a good guy.
Yeah, man, he worked hard. He definitely, you can tell he's a hard worker. He never stood around whenever there's something to do.
For sure.
Well, Jacob, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Same here, brother.
Man,
Had a good experience.
Man, I really appreciated you calling me and let me come do this. That was a fun one to do, man. You guys took care of the groundwork. We just got it on the ground for you, and I think it went pretty smooth for the first time.
Yes, sir. An industry that we work in, it's all about who you got in your back pocket.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's all who you know, man. It ain't really, and a lot of guys, they're all cutthroat or don't want to share the money. They're like, exactly. I tell them, like, I want to help you make more money. Like, if I can come in, you give me, whatever, a couple grand or whatever to come in and get the tree on the ground for you, and they say it's a 5 or 6 grand tree, you make 3 or 4 grand faster.
Exactly.
Like, why would you want to? I mean, I understand if you ain't got that much work lined up or whatever,
right.
But if you can make that money faster, and I'm sure for you it's just like, let's just try it, type deal.
Yeah, for sure. Which I've worked with Knuckle Boom, K Booms, whatever you want to call them, before, and just the amount of time that it shaves off, it's that much quicker that I can go to the next job.
Yeah.
So, and as long as I'm dealing with good people, it helps me out.
Yes, sir.
And you seem like good people. So.
Yes, sir. Well, it was a pleasure, man.
Same here, brother.
Yes, sir.
You be safe.
Yes, sir. You too.